Come on. Move, 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 move. The following is a special presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions past, present, and future. And so, welcome to week 14 of our NFL Lunch Replay. Just 3 weeks to go. I can tell you that Super Bowl 13, the Professional Football Championship of 1978, will be played January 16th, 2019 at 7 p.m. from the Orange Bowl in Miami. How you doing, OG? So, we have for you the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Redskins. And the weather is terrible in D.C. on this December afternoon. It's 38 degrees. It's raining. The wind is blustery, 10 to 20 miles an hour. It's just going to be terrible. And we kind of like it. It's December. But let's go through what this game means before we kick off. For Miami, it means everything. If they lose, their chances of getting in the wild card game are very, very slim. They cannot win the division with another loss. In New England, if they beat Dallas tomorrow night, on a game you'll see here on Retro Sports Network, New England will win the AFC East. And it comes right down to those wild card rankings on the right side. Cleveland and Denver have a game lead over Miami. Cleveland and Denver play easy games this week. That's why they're not being featured. The Thursday afternoon game is going to be Pittsburgh and Houston. Miami needs this one desperately if they're going to hang on. 6 losses, I don't think gets in. San Diego, Houston, and Cincinnati are hanging on by the hairs of their chinny chin chin. In Oakland, I think that's a bridge too far. In the NFC, Washington can clinch a playoff spot with a win today. They're going to be 10-4 with 2 weeks left. So it doesn't matter what Philadelphia does. They're not going to be able to be caught. Dallas, if they beat New England, will win the NFC East and will win home field advantage. In fact, it's safe to say that the NFC East champion will have home field advantage all the way. Philadelphia, Detroit, New York, Minnesota, Green Bay, and St. Louis all have a realistic shot of traveling to Washington. In fact, you really can't eliminate New Orleans and Atlanta until they play this week. So it's a wild one for you. So it's Miami and Washington on Retro Sports Network. And so the Redskins have won the toss. It's 38. It's a light rain. Washington would be going right to left with the 10 to 20 mile an hour wind. RFK is rocking. And if you were with us last week, you know what the Redskins did to the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Now they've had 10 days to rest. Miami, Washington, they both need this for different reasons. You ready? The Dolphins, Upremian, stands there with the ball in the 35. Green will going from right to left. Will return it for Washington. And the game is away. Taken by Green at the 5. 10, 15, 20, 25. Fumble. It's fumbled. Run with the fumble, and McDaniel has it. But the Redskins will keep it from their own 29. Joe Theismann is your quarterback. John Riggins, the primary running back. Mike Thomas, the fullback. John McDaniel and Danny Buggs, the wide receivers. Buggs split out to the near side here is the leading receiver. Gene Fugit is the tight end. Off tackle left for Riggins on 1st and 10 from the 29. Flag is down. He gets across the 30. Werner Herder makes the tackle.
Repeat first down.
And so it'll be 1st and 10. Everyone's a bit nervous. We haven't had many weather games yet in this replay. Riggins. Trap left. Again, 1st and 10 from the 29 across the 30 to the 32. And that will give John Riggins 1,000 yards on the year. That goes up on the scoreboard. Werner Herder, who made the tackle, pats him on the shoulder. And Riggins appreciates a gesture from the appreciation from the crowd. 257 carries, 1,002 yards, 3.9 a carry, and 7 touchdowns. So the clock starts again. 2nd and 7 And it'll be Thomas on the pitch to the far side from Heisman from the 32. Gets a bit of a block. Gordon with a tackle at the 35, a gain of 3, 3rd and 4. Let's meet the Los Angeles. Let's meet the Washington offensive line, shall we? Terry Hermeling, the left tackle. Dan Nugent, the left guard. Bob Kuziel is your center. Ron Saul is the right guard. And George Stark is the right tackle. 3rd and 4. Theismann. Short slant to the tight end, Gene Fugit. He sets, he looks, he throws over the middle. Chambers gets a hand on it, intercepts it for Miami, 25-20. He's going to waltz in for... No, they stop him. They somehow make the stop. No, it is. It's a touchdown. Touchdown, Miami. So Theismann tipped by Rusty Chambers. He makes a second interception, and he gets the 6 points. Let's watch that again on replay. No, he does not get in. Well, let's watch it again on replay anyway. Theismann threw it. Chambers got a hand on it, ran it right down, and I'm not sure who made the tackle. It beats me. They spot it on, well, technically, just short of the goal line. So Norm Bullock, they hope this to be a one-play drive. On the fullback dive from Gracie. Gets the football and gets the touchdown. Touchdown Bullock, and Miami goes up 6-0. Rusty Chambers, yeah. Don't get me started there, Merkins boy. Don't get me started. So Bullock gets the touchdown to Miami thanks to the Theismann interception and the Chambers 47-yard return. Go up 6-0 early. And Upremian hits the extra point with 13-12 to go in the first quarter. It's Miami 7, Washington nothing. This is Retro Sports Network. And so Upremian boots it again. Taken by Green at the 2. 10, 15, 20. Down the sideline, past the 30, 31-yard line. Volk with the return. Let's meet that Miami defense. Yeah, you know, Tribe fan, I'm not sure what happened. I fully expected them to say touchdown, and they didn't. That was weird. I'm not sure what the thought was. The play-by-play should have said he was knocked out of bounds, which would make sense. But it didn't. Vern der Herder. I'm not going to make any more Swedish chef jokes. You don't think they're funny the first 10 times. I'm not going to continue to do it. He's the left defensive end. Bob Baumauer fills up the middle. A.J. Dewey, the right defensive end. Tim Bocamper fills out the outside left. Rusty Chambers, who you've already met, and Steve Towle play at the middle. And Larry Gordon is on the right outside. The Dolphins are obviously playing a 4-3. Norris Thomas, who's had his share of interceptions in this replay, is the left corner. My wife's off to work. Bye, honey. Curtis Johnson is the right corner. Tim Foley is the strong safety. And Rick Volk is the free safety. Second series for the Skins. They're already down 7-0, but that means nothing to them. Thomas on a trap right because I hit the wrong button. From the 31, right back to the line of scrimmage, and Rusty Chambers says, you're going to make fun of my name again? I'm going to make a tackle. They doubled Danny Buggs, and it'll be second and 10 for the Skins from their own 31. Off tackle right for Reagans. Second and 10, and he gets a little bit past the line of scrimmage. Well, a gain of 1, as a matter of fact, before A.J. Dewey makes the stop. Let's see. Tribe, what you working on for your next project, bud? His Vita Blue project is finished. He's 1971 replay. Go check that out on his channel. So 3rd and 9, Washington's going to have to throw it. And it'll be a medium cross to the wide receiver Buggs. Blitz by Miami. Theismann hears footsteps. He's going to scramble. And he gets it to the 36 before that man Chambers makes the tackle. So 4th and 5, but Washington will actually punt this one away. from their own 36. Mike Bragg will punt. Jimmy Cephalo will return, and the wind at 15-20 is certainly in Bragg's favor. This will get a boot. Rusty Chambers sounds like the sidekick of the backfiring cowboy. And you know what? You should suggest that to Rockstar. That sounds like a Red Dead Redemption extension pack. Tribe Fan says, I'll let you know in a couple weeks on my channel. My only thing I can give you is a full season 2016 AL team. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, Bragg to punt. Gets it away. Cephalo back inside his 20. He will return this from the 18, 20, 25 before George Hamburger makes the stop at the 22-yard line. A 48-yard punt, and that's where the Dolphins will start their first real drive of the game. Warren Bullock gets put back away. Leroy Harris and Delvin Williams are your running back. Duriel Harris and Nat Moore are your wide receivers, and Tillman the tight end for Bob Greasy. 7-0 Dolphins. Williams off tackle right. Second play from scrimmage, and Curtis makes a stop right at the line. You want to run it to the left for Miami. Bob Greasy. Amazing. He's probably gonna fall short. That 5 weeks he was injured made such a difference. Delvin Williams, he's had a magnificent year. He's the primary back. Leroy Harris, the fullback. Andre Tillman is a good tight end. Nat Moore on the near side. And Duriel Harris is the wide receiver on the far side. Bob Kuchenberg is the right tackle. He's a 10. Larry Little is a 9 at right guard. Jim Langer is a great center, but the left side is rusty for Miami. Eric Lasco is the left guard. And Mike Curran is the left tackle. 2nd and 10 for the Dolphins. Leroy Harris on a pitch to the left, to the far side, across that line to the 24-yard line before Coy Bacon makes the stop. It'll be 3rd and 8 for Miami from their own 24. So Duriel Harris, we need 8, huh? Short hitch. Nope. Washington's going to blitz. So Delvin Williams on the screen is the honorable. Washington is right back on Gracie. Dumps it off to Williams behind the 20, 25, 30. First down and more, 40-yard line. Flag on the play. 18-yard gain.
Offense,
and Miami held.
10-yard penalty.
Kuchenberg makes that a 28-yard penalty because Washington has to accept it, or else it'll be a first down. So it's 3rd and 18 from the Miami 14. Let's quickly meet the Redskins defense or sneeze. One of the two choices here. The joys of live streaming. All right, left to right. The veteran Ron McDowell is on the left side, defensive end. Big Dave Butts fills up the middle. Coy Bacon is the right defensive end, and he seems to be better than the 6 overall. He's had some good games in this replay. The linebackers, Dallas Hickman is on the left outside. Mike Curtis is the left inside linebacker. On the right side, Harold McClinton on the inside. And Brad Dusick is on the outside. Gerald Williams is the left corner. Joe Lavender, who had some big plays in that Dallas game, is on the right corner. Ken Houston is the strong safety, and he's one of the best in football. Jake Scott, who also had a good game against the Cowboys, is your free safety. 3rd and 18. 3 wide receivers for Miami. Moore on a medium slant. Greasy back to throw. Has time. He's got Moore at the 25, but he won't get a first down. Williams makes a tackle after a gain of 12. And so Washington was playing the prevent, and that will do it. So it'll be 4th and 6 for the Dolphins and they have to punt into this wind in the light rain. Guy Roberts with Green back deep for the Redskins. 7-0 Miami. Punt is going to be very short. Taken by Green at the 42. He gets to midfield. There's a flag down. 8-yard return.
Holding. Receiving team, 15-yard penalty.
But it's all for naught as Curtis gets called for the hold. And so Joe Theismann and company take over from their own 28. 8:27 first quarter. 7-0 Miami. The Dolphins are 8-5. The Redskins are 9-4. Whoever loses will not win their division. So Dallas will win the division with a Miami win. New England wins the AFC West or AFC East with a Washington win. Riggins, trap right from the 28. Gets a little bit of a block across the 30 before Gordon makes the tackle. Spotted at the 31. 3 carries, 7 yards for Riggins. Miami has played the run well. Theismann. Thomas on a short flat. Miami blitzes. Theismann gets it to look for Riggins. Instead, he's got a first down and more. 45-50. 45-40. What a seam to the 30-yard line. Beaucamper missed him at the line of scrimmage, and Riggins, the diesel, ran it down for 39 yards, his longest catch of the year. Steve Foley tried to make the tackle, and Norris Thomas probably saved a touchdown. So it was supposed to be a 2 or 3 yard dump, turns into a 39-yard play, all on the legs and thighs of John Riggins. 1st and 10 for Washington from the Miami 30. Thomas will sweep it to the far side. 1st and 10 across the 30, and that's about it. Gordon. Now A.J. Dewey's blinking, and he's hurt, but he's going to stay in the game. He says to Don Shula, nope, not yet. I'm fine. 2nd and 9, clock running, 6:46 to go, first quarter. 7-0 Miami, and they're already in Mike Mosley field goal range. Riggins on the dive. From the 29, Miami sniffed that out all the way. It's that man Chambers. Now it's George Stark you see headed to the sidelines, and he's done. It'll be Harlan. Jim Harlan. Such an effective football player that we don't even have a picture for him. He's a 4 run and a 4 pass. So the clock is stopped. 3rd and 10 for Washington from the Miami 30. 3 wide receivers. Ricky Thompson and Danny Buggs to the near side. And McDaniel to the far side. Buggs. Medium cross is the call. Theismann back to throw it. Theismann is going to get sacked by A.J. Dewey. Now Johnson is hurt for Miami. So Small comes in to play corner, but the clock is stopped. And Theismann gets sacked by Dewey. First sack by Dewey tonight. And so from 49 yards, they're going to bring in Mosley. The straight-ahead kicker, he's got a 57.3% chance. Into this win, it'll be 49 yards with a 15 to 20 mile-an-hour tailwind. So Kuzia will snap it. Theismann will hold. Mosley is ready. And it's oh crap, I hit something wrong. Theismann tries to run the fake. It's a bad snap by Kuzia, and Theismann is tackled at the 31. He gets 1, but that's a turnover. And so I feel better. I thought I intentionally did a fake from down here. So Theismann tried to make lemonade out of lemons and instead got the rind. So Miami, with 6 minutes to go, still leads 7-0 here in the first quarter. Matt Moore on a medium hitch on 1st and 10. Greasy is pressured, and Brooks makes the sack. Blindsided by Brooks. Terry Brooks. And you can hear the crowd react. 2nd and 15. Duriel Williams trap left in the Miami 26. Gets it to about the 30 before Lavender makes the tackle after a gain of 4. So 3rd and 11. The defense for Washington, I mean, if you were with us last week on the Tuesday game, the Thanksgiving game, and that was the most watched afternoon game we've ever done. It was the Washington defense that stunned the Cowboys. 3rd and 11. Rather, it's the third receiver. Williams is in the backfield. And Greasy's going to try a short flat to him. Greasy has time. He dumps it off to Williams. Williams gets across the 30, but he's only going to make it to the 34 before Dusick makes the tackle. And Miami's going to be forced to punt. 4th and 7 from their own 34. So here comes Guy Roberts. Second punt for him. Green is at his 22. Will come in. Again, a short punt into the wind. Taken at the 28. Well, called for the fair catch at the 27. 3:48 first quarter. It's Miami 7, Washington nothing. This is Retro Sports Network. So Riggins and Thomas, the running backs, Bugs and McDaniel, the wide receivers, Fugit, the tight end. Short cross to Fugit on first down. Theismann he's rushed a little bit. Fugit's got it, though, and he's got a first down and more. Steve Foley with a tackle at the 39. Or Tim Foley. Give him 12 and a first down. So Theismann, under 4 minutes, clock running, and his own 39. Thomas on a pitch to the far side. From the 39, gets across the 40, gets a good run, but Dewey forces the fumble. But Cusio, the center, picks it up. And Johnson, the corner, is back for Miami. So it's a gain of 5. Not a great start for Washington's running backs. A.J. Dewey has 3 tackles. And Washington, they're at 9-4, but they give up more yards than they get. It's not much, but they only get 296.8 yards a game. Well, they give up 308.5. But yet, more than likely, they're hosting the wild card game in 3 weeks. 2nd and 5. Riggins trap left to the near side. 3 minutes to go. He gets a couple yards, as in 3, before Steve Towell makes the stop. So not a great quarter for Riggins. 5 carries for 9 yards. 3rd and 2. Thomas on a short flat. Theismann looks to the near side of the field. Thomas has it. He gets across the midfield. It's the first down to the 45, 44-yard line of Miami. Gordon with the tackle. So Washington, 4 plays, 29 yards. And a good drive so far. The rain isn't really a factor. It's just annoying. Kind of a misting into the faces of the players. Especially in the faces of the Miami players. Washington, in about 2 minutes of game time, will have the wind into their face. Riggins. Snap left. From the 44, and he gets it to the line of scrimmage. Oh, they'll give him a yard. Towell with a tackle. And Riggins needs one to wipe off his face. So, under a minute, clock running, 2nd and 9. Short hitch to McDaniel is the call. Miami blitzes. Theismann hits McDaniel at the 34. First down inside the 30. Johnson makes the tackle after a gain of 16. And at the end of 1, as the rain changes and the wind changes direction, it's Miami 7, Washington nothing. This is Retro Sports Network. And a promotional fee was paid by Mrs. Retro Sports Network to Dunkin' Donuts for my yummy coffee right now. 3 cream and 3 Splenda. This channel definitely runs on Dunkin'. All right, from the Miami 27, 1st and 10, second quarter. 7-0 Miami. Mosley says, it's a coin flip from here for me. Do what you got to do. Thomas, sweep right to the far side from the 27. Gets the sidelines, gets it to the 25. Gordon will knock him out at the 24. Clock stops. 14:52, 2nd and 7. So the Redskins have run it 13 times for 27 yards. That's a 2.1 average. That was about my GPA in college when I cared. So from the 24-yard line, it's 2nd and 7. Clock stopped. Riggins says, I want it on the dive. And they say, okay. And Riggins kind of claws his way to the 21-yard line before that man, Rusty Chambers, makes the tackle. His sidekick, the backfiring cowboy. That sounds like a band I'd find on Spotify. Anyway, that's Rusty's 4th tackle. 3rd and 4 from the Miami 21. Theismann will... I think we're going to try for Bugs here. Short cross to Danny Bugs on 3rd down. Theismann has time. He dumps it down to... But Thomas got a hand on it. He had Bugs, but Thomas jumped the route. And Norris Thomas gets his first deflection. So the Redskins will try for a field goal from the Miami 21. It'll be 38 yards, and it's a 54% chance. Again, Theismann will hold. Kuzio will snap. Mosley will kick. This time he gets it away, and it is drifting right and no good. The wind kind of blew it to the right, and the Redskins have tried 2 field goals and gotten nothing from it. 14 to go in the half. It's Miami 7, Washington nothing, and Miami has the wind. They've only run 6 plays from scrimmage, but they have 7 points. Williams on a trap right from the 21, and he gets it to the 23. Mike Curtis makes the tackle. Tomorrow it's a primetime game, Dallas and New England from Dallas. Is this really a Super Bowl preview? Both teams have 11 wins, and they both could clinch division titles. How about that? So that's tomorrow in prime time, and then Thursday at lunch, it's Pittsburgh and Houston. So it's a busy week here, and week 14 on our lunchtime replay here on Retro Sports Network. Let's see, 2nd and 8. Leroy Harris will try and sweep to the far side. Sweep left from the 23-yard line and cross the 25. He gets it to the 30 before McClinton makes a stop. They won't give him the 30. They will give him the 29. So Harold McClinton makes his first tackle, and it's 3rd and 2 for Miami. The Dolphins on their own 29. 2 tight end set. McCreary joins Tillman. Delvin Williams says, trap off tackle left, please. And they do. That's the call. There's a flag down. 1st down, but not by much.
Holding. Offense. Number 67.
Well, Kuchenberg, that's the 2nd hold he's been called for today. He would have had it. Take the tackle from Coy Bacon off the board. It's 3rd and 12. And so Nat Moore, I need 12, huh? Medium slant to Nat Moore and 3rd down. Greasy rolls in the pocket. He looks and he can't find Moore. Threw a strike to him, but Moore couldn't bring it in. And so Miami is forced to punt again. But they have the wind from their 19. And so Guy Roberts will get a boomer away, I'm sure. Green stands on his 35. He goes back. It's a heck of a punt. Taken at the 30, 36-yard line, 5-yard line by Simpson makes the tackle. A 51-yard punt and a 46-yard net. So again, it's Washington football from their own 35. 12-17 to go in the half. 7-0 Dolphins. The Redskins have had the ball 11 minutes and 14 seconds. On 20 plays, or 21 plays. The Dolphins, 6:29 on 10 plays. and a net of 25 yards. McDaniel on a medium slant and first down. Theismann senses the blitz. He looks, he throws. He's got McDaniel at midfield. 45, 44-yard line. Johnson with a tackle, and that was absolutely the right call. So Theismann now is 5 of 7 for 97 yards. And the Redskins have it 1st and 10 from the Dolphin 44. Riggins, trap right from the 44, gets to the line of scrimmage. A.J. Dewey says, not an inch. Jim Harlan, who is playing right tackle on an injury, could not make the block, and that allowed the yardage. Clarence Harmon at least comes in for a couple plays. And they'll try him off tackle right. 2nd and 10 from the 44. He makes his own hole and gets to the 39 before Larry Gordon makes the tackle. He's got 6 tackles today. And we're not even 5 minutes in the second quarter. 3rd and 5 for Washington. Harmon on a short flat. Nope. It's audible. Blitz to screen to Riggins. Theismann waits. He's got Riggins at the 45, 40, 35, 30. First down. Chambers makes the tackle after a gain of 10. Vern DeHerter blitzed Theismann like crazy, and Theismann just hung with it till he found Riggins. So a good play on both sides. 1st and 10, Washington. Harmon, a pitch to the far side from the 29. And Miami sniffs that right out. Rick Volk, the free safety, makes the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. So they played a 3-4 basic. And again, Jim Harlan is just not making blocks. That's his 3rd bad block. Look at Harmon on a pitch to the near side end from the 29. And that gets a hole to the 20. First down. Towel with the tackle. Harmon gets 13. Terry Hermelin, the left tackle, is the one that makes the big block. And it's 1st and 10 for Washington. They're inside the red zone at the Miami 16. McDaniel on a medium cross. Theismann has time. He looks, he throws, and McDaniel was covered by Johnson, and it's incomplete. They wanted the touchdown. They couldn't get it. So Mike Thomas comes back in. 2nd down and 10. Dolphins 16-yard line. 7:46 to go in the half. 7-0 Miami. Thomas will go off tackle right from the 16. Gets across the 15 to the 10 before Gordon makes the tackle. And for Larry, that's his 100th stop of the year. That's a good one. So 3rd and 4 from the fishy 10. Redskins driving 8 plays, 55 yards. They've taken 5 minutes off the clock. Clock running under 7 to go here in the second quarter. They need 4. Thomas in a short flat. It's a risky pass. Theismann no! Thomas dropped it. And so every time the Redskins try to get in the end zone, they fall short. And so again, it'll be Mosley. This time he has a 68% chance. As our dear friend now, Red Sox fan, would say, this is a defensive slop knocker. Mosley, can he do it this time? Oh yeah, right, true, and good. So the Redskins are on the board with 6:52 to go in the first half. It is the Dolphins 7, the Redskins 3 on Retro Sports Network. So one of the Harrises is back for Miami, and this is the first kickoff from Mark Mosley. And Mosley into the wind bams this one, taking it to 1 to the 10, 15, 20, 25-yard line, 23-yard line. Duriel Harris returns it, and Joe Lavender makes the tackle. So Miami still leading. 6:44 to go in the half. Medium hitch to Daryl Harris is the call. Greasy has time, finds Moore instead of the 30, and Williams makes an immediate hit right there. So 2nd and 3 for Miami. 6:38 to go in the half. Delvin Williams trap left from the 30-yard line, and he ekes out the first down. Coy Bacon with the tackle, and we go under 6. So Miami gets a fresh set. And it's not raining hard, but it's blowing right in the faces of the Redskin defenders. So Greasy wants to go long. Going to go a long fly to Daryl Harris. Redskins blitz. Greasy to his right. Finds Leroy Harris down in the middle instead. Dusick with an immediate tackle. It's a gain of 4. So he tried to go long and couldn't. And Dusick with the stop. So 2nd and 6. Daryl Williams will watch a flag.
Start. Offense. Number 12, 5-yard penalty. Repeat.
Well, that's
2nd down.
one of those ones that you just kind of have to shake your head because the quarterback should know the snap count. And another chance for Miami to make progress is taking a set back because it's 2nd and 11 now from their own 32. So trap right for Delvin Williams from the 32. He gets across the 35 to 40. He is going to be about a 2 yards short of the first down, but he got 9 on that play. Mike Curtis with the tackle. Andre Tillman, the tight end. Give him credit. He's the one that ripped open that hole. And 3rd down and 2 for the Miami 41. 2 tight end, 2 running back set. Leroy Harris. Off tackle left is the call. Greasy hands it off. It's a first down. Dave Butts makes the stop at the 43. They measure, and first down. So the Dolphins have the wind. Under 4 minutes to go. First half, 7-3 the score. Medium slant to the tight end. Tillman is the call. Redskins blitz. Greasy looks. He throws. He's got Tillman for a first down at the 45. 40. Ken Houston makes the tackle out at the 40. It's a gain of 17. And Greasy is 5 of 6 for 44 yards. Ball at the Washington 40. Not your Premium distance yet. 1st and 10. Delvin Williams on a pitch to the left side. 40, 35. That puts him over 1,000 yards on the season. The Washington fans show respect and give him his due rounds of applause. 259 carries, 1,004 yards, 3.9 a touch, and 7 touchdowns. So he salutes the crowd. 2:28 to go in the half. They will run one more play here. 2nd and 4 from the Washington 34. Harris in the short flat. To the far side. No, Greasy's flushed. He looks. And Curtis intercepts it at the 30. He wanted Tillman. Curtis leapt. He read it all the way. He saw in Greasy's eyes and picked it off at the 31. Takes it to the 35, and at the 2-minute warning, Washington football from their own 35-yard line. The 2nd interception for Mike Curtis this year. Well. So Washington in business, all 3 timeouts, 1:59 to go. Screen to Mike Thomas on 1st and 10. Dolphins blitz. Greasy can't get him. Throw was high. Bocamper and Chambers were on the blitz. It was the right call, but a bad throw by Theismann. Thomas on a pitch to the right side with 1:46, and he gets it across to 35. It's a gain of 3. Miami calls time. 3rd and 7. Dolphins will get the kickoff, I believe, to start the second half. Medium hitch to Bugs is the call. Theismann back to throw. Miami pressures him. Dumps it down to Riggins. Riggins tries to get a first down. He does. Bo Camper with a tackle at the 45. And Theismann says, timeout. So Thomas stays in as the setback. And he'll go out wide on his 1st and 10. So there's nobody back there. Theismann moves into the shotgun. Thomas will try a medium cross to him. Theismann has time. Rolls to his right. Still looking. Tries to jump it down to Thompson. Incomplete. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. He scrambled. He knew he had to throw it, and he didn't take the sack. That was the right play. So 2nd and 10 from the Redskin 45. 7-3 Miami. Going to try one in the flat to Thomas. Theismann looks, and again, right through Thomas's hands, and he's dropped 2 today. One of these games that the Redskins have had their chances over and over and over again to do something and not been able to capitalize. It'll be 3rd and 10 from their own 45. Thompson, Ricky Thompson on a medium hitch. Theismann is blitzed, and Bo Camper gets to him. It's a loss of 5. Bo Camper was the blitzer. Miami calls timeout, and the Redskins will have to punt into this win from their own 40. So Jimmy Cephalo back to return it. Mike Bragg will stand at his own 25. And that is, I'm not sure what that is. The crowd reacted. Cephalo gets it at the 29, and it's a fumble. But Cephalo recovers. So that's what the crowd was reacting to. Cephalo caught it, bobbled it, was hit by Harris, and then Cephalo reached back and scooped it up before we could do anything with it. You can hear the chant from the crowd, "Let's go Redskins." Well, the defense, as it did with Dallas, has done their job, but the offense has been a hot mess. 1:06 to go in the first half. Then again, Miami hasn't been all that in a bag of chips either. 3 wide. Harris, Moore, and Rather, not Dan. The wide receivers, Devin Williams is the setback. Now he splits out wide to the right. Greasy goes to the shotgun. Williams. Short hitch is the call. Miami is 1 timeout. Williams dropped it. He had it. He heard footsteps, and he dropped it. 2nd and 10. With 1:03 to go from the Miami 27. Medium hitch to Rather is the call. Greasy out of the gun, has time. He waits. Now he's going to scramble. 30, 31-yard line. McDowell, after a gain of 4, makes the tackle, and Miami's grateful that the Redskins take the timeout. So 54 seconds. 3rd and 6 from the Miami 31. Same pass, medium slant to Rather. Greasy can't find Rather. He dove and got the white jersey dirty and will have to punt. So lots and lots of punting action. If you're a fan of the punt game, you're loving this. So Roberts will punt with the win. 47 seconds left. Green back at his 25. Comes in a little bit. He'll field this at the 29, and actually he'll roll that to 30. Or the 28. So 40 seconds left. The Redskins can try to at least get something here. 42, 42 yards with 1 timeout. Fugit Medium slant. Theismann blitzed. Throws. Fugit's got it. 42, 45. Midfield. 49-yard line. They go hurry up. Audible. They're going to blitz and screen it to Riggins. Riggins doesn't have it. Clock stops with 6 seconds left. Well, you can't run 2 plays in 6 seconds. But Theismann can do the Hail Mary. And we're going to try one to McDaniel. Or Bugs. So it's an all or nothing play. Theismann has time. He wings it down the field, and it's deflected by Johnson. And that's the end of the first half. With the score, Miami 7, Washington 3. This is Retro Sports Network. All right, I think you can see most, at least the scoring part of that. 9 first downs for Washington to 4 for Miami. Both teams have tried to run. Washington's had a lot of plays, but not a lot of success. Despite that net yardage of 185, they've only had it in the red zone once. Greasy 5 for 9 for 44 yards. Theismann 8 for 17 for 135. Both teams can't run. So, are you ready? I'll take a sip at the next dead ball. So it'll be Mosley from his 35. Duriel Harris stands out as 9. Miami has the wind. As we start the second half from RFK, taken by one of the upmen at the 5, 10, 15, 18, 17. It's Babb, B-A-B-B, and Hickman makes Charlie Babb. And the Dolphins will start from their own 17. In Dallas, they're kind of happy. Dallas gets the division and home field if the Redskins lose. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins from their own 17. Matt Moore in a medium slant. Washington blitzes. Greasy has to sidestep it. Runs to the 20. McClinton with a tackle at the 22. So Greasy felt the pressure. He tucked tail and got himself 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Delvin Williams will sweep it left side to the far side from the 22. And Washington read that one all the way. McClinton. They keyed on him, and McClinton made the tackle. That's his 3rd. So 7 carries for 24 yards for Delvin Williams. And it's 3rd and 5 for Miami. Tillman on a short cross. Greasy has time. Now he doesn't. Coy Bacon got back there and knocked him down for a loss of 6. Coy Bacon makes his 10th sack of the year. And the Dolphins are forced to punt. 4th and 11 from their own 16. So this time, Guy Roberts stands on the shadow of his own goal line. Green stands at his 40. Oh, that's a good punt. Green is taken back to his 35. 40, 45, and it's a 9-yard return. So spot it at the Redskin 44. And Washington starts their first possession in the second half right there. They trail 7-3. 12:54 to go in the third quarter. Riggins on a sweep to the near side from the 44. Gets a block. Midfield. Bender Herder with a stop at the 49-yard line of Miami. And it's a gain of 7 right off the bat. 9 carries for Riggins for 20 yards. Thomas on a trap to the right on 2nd and 3. He searches for room. And Dewey makes the tackle, but not before the Redskins get a fresh set. 1st and 10 from the Dolphin 46. And that's 5 tackles for Dewey. Riggins trap right. First and 10. Gets across the 45. Dewey's been a busy guy tonight. Gain of 4. That's a 6th tackle, and it'll be 2nd and 6. From the Miami 42. Washington into the wind. That light rain blowing into the faces of the Redskin players as they go towards the old baseball infield side of RFK Stadium. 2nd down. Bugs. Medium cross is the call. Theismann has time. Does he have a receiver, though? Nope. He wanted Riggins instead. Miami had good defense, and Theismann has to throw it away. 3rd and 6. 7-3 Miami. 3 wide receivers. Ricky Thompson. Short hitch is the call. Theismann immediately blitzed. Throws it to Thompson, who's got it. First down and more inside the 30. Foley with a tackle. Charlie Babb blitzed, and Theismann knew it was a 3-step drop and got it away. So 1st and 10 from the Miami 27. Clarence Harmon will try a sweep to the near side. 3 wide receiver set. Gets to the sidelines. Gets to the 20. Foley with the tackle. It's going to be a measurement and a 1st down. So Riggins and Thomas now in the backfield. Again, the Redskins have done all the heavy lifting, but that scoreboard only has a 3 beside it. McDaniel. Medium cross. Miami blitzes. Theismann picks it up. He looks. He throws to Riggins. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. So Theismann down 9 of 20 for 150 yards. Riggins on the dive from the 17. And he can't get it to the fit. Well, they spot it at the 15. A.J. Dewey with the tackle. 3rd and 8. And again, they go 3 wide receivers. Thomas is the running back. Ricky Thompson. They'll try the short hitch. Theismann. Quick throw to Thompson. Incomplete. The rhythm was right. 1, 2, 3 throw, but Thompson was slowed. And it's up to Mark Mosley, who has a 63% chance to make this a 7-6 game. Mosley. Can he hit it? Yes, he will. And so with 8:53 to go in the 3rd quarter, it's a 1-point game. Miami 7, Washington 6. This is Retro Sports Network. Okay. Don't choke on the coffee, Ron. So Harris and Babb are the up men. Or Davis and Babb. Daryl Harris is the deep man. He stands at his 8. Mosley boots this with a wind. And taken at the 5 by Harris. 20, 25, 27-yard line. Harris will tackle Harris. That sounds like a law firm. And Miami, with a 1-point lead, take over from their own 27-yard line. 8:42, 3rd quarter. Again, this has not been... Don't let that yardage fool you. The Redskins have 226 net yards, but only have 6 points to show for it. Daryl Harrison, a long slant. Greasy has protection. Now he's going to run it to the 30-yard line. A gain of 3. Jake Scott, first time we've called that name since the 1st quarter, makes the tackle after a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 from the 30. Ariel Williams. Pitch left. With that protection from the 30-yard line, finds a seam and a 1st down. He gets to the 40, but that's a fumble. McClinton forced the fumble. The ball was wet, but Leroy Harris recovers the football and a gain of 10 and a 1st down. Harris, oh yeah, you blew the story I was going to tell. So McClinton has 4 sacks, and Jim Langer Their excellent center is the one that made the big hole. This time it'll be Duriel Williams to the right side from the Miami 40. 45-50, great hole. 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5 touchdown. Duriel Williams, his longest run of the year. A 60-yard gain. What a run on the sweep. Touchdown Miami. He just kept on trucking, and you're premium here for the extra point. And you premium right straight and good. So with 6:54, Delvin Williams getting high fives and hugs on the sideline. Miami with a huge touchdown. They lead 14-6. 6:54 to go. And Washington, with the wind in their faces, will down it. And they'll start from their own 20. All right. So Joe Theismann comes back out. This has not been Theismann's best game. Then again, he didn't have a great game against the Cowboys, and they still won. Theismann, as most of you know, went to Notre Dame. But that wasn't his given name. It wasn't Theismann. It was Thiesman. T-H-E-E-N. Well, no, that's spelled correctly, but that's pronounced Thiesman and not Theismann. And so I believe it was for the 1970 season. The clever people in the Notre Dame athletic department said, you know, Joe, if we change your last name's pronunciation to Theismann, it happens to rhyme with Heisman, and maybe that's a trophy you can win. Now, I'd have to look it up to see if he won it in 1970. I don't think he did. Someone will tell me if he did or not, but the given name was Thiesman, Joe Thiesman. And now he's teasing Redskins fans from their own 20. 14-6 they trail, 6:54 third quarter. Riggins trapped to the left. From the 20, he gets across to the 25-yard line before Johnson makes the tackle. So Riggins, 12 carries, 32 yards, 2nd and 4. Washington, they're not in a position where they need to score, but this offense has been too good for that scoreboard to only have a 6 by him. Mike Thomas trapped to the right on 2nd and 4. He's got the first down. He gets across the 30 to the 31. And Larry Gordon has 10 tackles today. Medium slant to Bugs is the call. Theismann rolls right. He looks. He dumps it down to Riggins, who dropped it. And so Theismann has not had a great day. And the dropsies aren't really helping. So 2nd and 10. Thomas on the pitch to the far side from the 31. And Miami had that one sniffed out. Baumauer with a tackle right at the 31. First tackle from Bob Baumauer. 5:16 to go. Clock running, 3rd and 10. So McDaniel, medium fly is the call. 3 wide receivers. Theismann rolls to his rolling, throws a bomb to Johnson, deflects it. Gordon intercepts it for a gain of 3. And Larry Gordon, who has 10 tackles on the game already, picks up his first interception, and that's 6 on the year. And so while they're not quite opening up champagne bottles in Dallas, Washington has not played optimum football. So Leroy Harris will sit for Gary Davis. So it's Williams and Davis. Duriel Harris and Nat Moore, the wide receivers, and Andre Tillman at the tight end. Gary Davis off tackle to the right from the 22. Gets to the 25. McDowell with a stop after a gain of 5 and no flag. They pick it up. Been a pretty clean game. I've jinxed that. Yes, I know. 3 penalties for the Dolphins for 25 and 2 for the Skins for 15. 2nd and 5. Delvin Williams, the hero, off tackle left from the 27, and Washington stands him up right at the 28-yard line. Dave Butts gets credit for the tackle. There were 3 Redskin players right there. Williams now has 10 carries for 95 yards. 3rd and 4. Tillman, short slant, Greasy. Back to throw, Redskins blitz, and Tillman has it at the 35. Kenny Houston makes the tackle, but not before it's a gain of 7 and a first down. So Miami, under 3 to go here in the 3rd quarter, 1st and 10. Williams on a sweep to the far side, from the 35, gets to the 40. McClinton right at the 40, and Delvin Williams has a 100-yard game. It helps to have 60 on one play, but 11 carries for 100 yards. And a touchdown. A big touchdown. 2nd and 5. Davis in the short flat. They're going to throw it to the far side. Davis has it. 40, first down to midfield. It's a gain of 9. Spotted at the Miami 49. Brad Dusick with the tackle. And now Miami's just being methodical. One more score here, and you'll hear the state of Texas start singing. Delvin Williams. Sweep left on 1st and 10 from the 49. Across midfield, Coy Bacon with a stop after a gain of 5. Clock running under a minute. 2nd down and 5 for Miami. Davis. Pitch right from the Washington 46. Finds nothing. McDowell gets him right at the line, and with 20 seconds left, Miami says, take a drink and let's go to the 4th quarter. We go to the last. It is Miami 14, Washington 6 on Retro Sports Network. Third and 5 for Miami. 7 plays, 32 yards, 428. Miami now heads into the wind. Short hitch to Nat Moore. Greasy is blitzed, and Butts makes the sack. Greasy only made the 3-step drop, but Miami forgot to block, and that's the 3rd sack for Washington today. Dave Butts with it. And so Miami, is forced to punt. And you should know, from these Washington games, I believe this is the 4th time I've had them this year. They are never out of a game. Guy Roberts will punt. Redskins will try to return this from inside their 15-yard line. Green from the 17 is hit by Rusty Chambers after a return of 2. So Tony Green has not done a great job returning, but Washington football on their own 17. 14-11 to go regulation time. Theismann. Medium cross to McDaniel on 1st and 10. Miami blitzes. Theismann will run 15. DeHerter with a tackle. Taken down at the 18 for a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Riggins will dive it from the 18. He gets to the 20, 25, first down. Charlie Babb missed him, and Riggins ran to the secondary. So it's a gain of 10 and a first down. Redskins have it on their own 28. Thomas. Pitch left. Pitch to the near side. From the 28, cross the 30. DeHerter with a tackle after a gain of 6. So Washington getting some traction on the ground finally. 2nd and 4. Riggins. Trap left. Left side. Looks for the first down. Has it across the 40, 45. Bocamper with it after a gain of 12. So Miami started to play more of a pass defense, and the Redskins, look, it's 2 scores, and they have the wind. And all sorts of time. If you can run it, take the pressure off of Theismann. Thomas pitched to the far side from the 46. He gets it to almost midfield. Dewey makes the tackle at the Redskin 49. So 10:56 to go. Clock has stopped. 2nd and 7 for Washington. They trail 14-6 as we cross the 1 o'clock threshold. Medium slant to Daniel Buggs. Theismann is rushed. He looks. But a big O. You see that blob is Hermelin, the left tackle. And now Williams comes in. So both of the tackles for Washington are hurt. And it's 3rd and 7 from essentially midfield. 3 receivers. Thomas is the setback. Ricky Thompson is the 3rd receiver. And Theismann's going to try a short slant. Quick drop. Flag is down. He throws. And that's encroachment.
Defense. Number 83, 5-yard penalty.
Dan Herder gives the Redskins a second life. 3rd and 2 from the Dolphin 46. 2 tight end set. Fugit and McDaniel. Riggins says trap left. Theismann says okay. Snap. Give to Riggins. Gets his block. Gets a first down. Foley with the tackle after a gain of 5. Spotted at the Miami 41. Tim Foley has 5 tackles. Riggins 15 carries for 59 yards. They go back to a 2 wide receiver set. Fugit the tight end. Theismann. Short hitch to Fugit. Has time. He doesn't have Fugit. And Theismann just, that was a wounded duck off his arm. That wasn't even tipped. Riggins just kind of gives him a dirty look. Fullback dive for John. Rigo across the 40. Dan Herder with a tackle at the 37. A gain of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Redskins. 9:51. Clock running. 4th quarter. And Mosley says, I could think about it from here. Would get me a first down. McDaniel. Short cross. Theismann back to throw. Miami blitzes. Theismann finds McDaniel for a first down. Johnson with a tackle. It's an 11-yard gain. So the Redskins now have taken more than 5 minutes off the clock. Miami will give them that. But any score makes it a 1-score game. 1st and 10. Buggs. Medium cross, 1st and 10. 26-yard line. Theismann has time, but he doesn't have Buggs. And Johnson, the corner for Miami's hurt. His return is probable. Small comes in. Gerald Small. 8.5 to go in the football game. 2nd and 10 from the Miami 26. Redskins driving. 12 plays, 57 yards. They've taken almost 6 minutes off the clock. Thomas. Sweep to the right is the call from the 26. He gets across the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. It's a 2-yard gain. And Johnson's already back for Miami. 8:24, clock running. Thomas will come out. Well, it's 3rd down. John Riggins is the setback. McDaniel. Need 8. Short hitch is the call. Theismann throws it and nearly threw an interception. Overthrew McDaniel and out comes Mosley. 7:46 to go. 14-6. This will be, with the wind, 41 yards from Mosley. 65.3% chance. Here's the kick. It is up. It is long enough. It is good. And so it's now 14-9. And as Redskin fans will tell you on the stream, stranger things have happened. Miami will take a touchback. Points are what they need. They lead by 5. A field goal makes it a 2-score game again. Williams, Davis back there for Miami. Harris and Moore, the wide receivers. Tillman, the tight end. Greasy, 7 of 11 for 60 yards. And Nat Moore says, let's try a long fly. So Greasy back to throw it. He rolls to his left. He has time. He waits, and he tried for Moore. No flag. No flag. Williams was all over him. Moore pointed to the coverage, and the refs say, not this time there, Shirley. And a 2nd and 10 for Miami from their own 20. Williams. Off tackle left from the 20-yard line, and Washington read that one all the way. Coy Bacon. 5 tackles for Coy. They played for the run. They keyed Williams, and he only got 1. 3rd and 9. So Bo Rather is the 3rd receiver. Not what I meant to do. And so Rather, they need 9. Going to try a short hitch to him. Flag is down before the snap.
Start.
Oh.
Offense. Number 68, 5-yard
and it's the right guard, Lasco. So it's 3rd and 14 from the Miami 16. 6:49 to go in Canada. That's your lucky number. So Duriel Harris. We need a 14-yard play. Let's try a medium fly to Duriel Harris. Greasy has time. He looks, he throws, and it's dropped by Harris at midfield. Greasy unsnaps the helmet, snaps his fingers, and looks to Don Shula in disgust. Duriel Harris dropped a 1st down. And so Guy Roberts will punt into the wind. The Redskins will get great field position here off the side of his foot. Green at the 42, tackled immediately for a gain of 1 by Small. And the Redskins now can go ahead with a touchdown. They have 6:32. Ball is on their own 42. And they have 1st and 10 from there. 58 yards in 6 minutes. McDaniel on a medium cross on 1st down. Theismann waits, looks, throws, and that's incomplete. Almost intercepted. So Theismann, or Teasman, 10 for 29 for 161 and 2 picks. Riggins, trap right. 2nd and 10 from the 42, and he gets it to the 44 before A.J. Dewey makes a stop. After a gain of 2, and that's A.J.'s 10th tackle of the game. And so with under 6 minutes to go, 3 wide receivers. They need 8. Ricky Thompson on a short cross. Theismann waits. Miami blitzes. Thompson has it by the sideline. Fab with the tackle, and it's a 1st down. And that's the corner Thompson or Johnson going off for Miami. Small is back in the game. Washington gets a fresh set of downs. And 1st and 10 from the Miami 47. Riggins. They'll get a short pass. They send the flat. Theismann finds him at midfield. 47, 40, 1st down and more. Foley with a tackle at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. So 4 catches for Riggins for 67 yards. And in the game comes Thomas. Gene Fugit is the only tight end the Redskins have. So he's tired, but he can't be subbed. Mike Thomas. Nope, they're going to audible here. Screen play to Thomas. They blitz. Theismann throws. Thomas has it behind the 40. 35-30. First down and more. Flag down. 20. 15-yard line.
Encroachment defense.
And it will be declined.
5-yard penalty.
A.J. Dewey's the one that made contact before the play, so it was a free play. Thomas had blockers and a couple missed tackles. Give Larry Gordon credit for the tackle. And the Redskins have it 1st and 10 from the Miami 14. They can go ahead. And you can just hear the signs of desperation from Dallas. Thomas. Sweep right from the 14. 5:15 to go. And he gets nothing. He's going to lose 3. Norris Thomas tackled Mike Thomas. And so 14-9 to score. 2nd and 13. Under 5 minutes to go. 2 tight end set. Riggins by himself. Riggins. Off tackle left from the 17. Gets across the 15. Gordon with a stop. Now Charlie Babb is hurt. His return is probable. The clock will stop with 4:24 and 3rd and 9. Tribe fan asked, maybe in the 70s a rule might have been. It's supposed to be a dead play anyway. I think that's just wrong. But if he asks if encroachment, isn't the play supposed to be whistled dead before the play? I don't think it was different in the 70s. I haven't played with a modern season to know if that rule has changed. And I don't know if I've seen it as an option here. But yes, you're correct. It's supposed to be a dead ball on 5 yards. But they're treating it like it's a free play. It should be. But you know what? I haven't really seen many offsides on the defense. But yes, Tribe, to make a long story longer, they treat encroachment like it's an offside. So Thompson comes in. 3 wide receivers, Buggs, McDaniel, and Thompson from the 3rd and 9 from the Miami 13. Washington can kick a field goal from here. They have all 3 timeouts, so they do not need a touchdown. They'd like one, and they don't need one to score. If they can get to the 4-yard line, they can get a fresh set. It's McDaniel on a short slant. Theismann is blitzed. Now he's protected. He throws over the middle. Bo Camper got a hand on it. So again, it's going to be Mark Mosley time with 4:18 to go. And this is how Mark Mosley won the MVP in 1982, boys and girls. Because they couldn't sniff the end zone. But they kept people in check. Good snap, good hold. Mosley boots it through. So Charlie Babb is ready to be able to play. 4:15 to go in regulation. Miami 14, Washington 12. And it'll be down 6 yards deep. Mosley's on a sugar high. So Williams, Leroy Harris are back there for Miami. Duriel Harris and Nat Moore with Andre Tillman, the tight end. Hold the football. Make Washington burn those timeouts. Williams off tackle right on 1st and 10. 25-yard line. Gain of 5. Perry Brooks with a tackle. Exactly what Miami wanted. 2nd down and 5. From their own 25-yard line. Leroy Harris, trap right. And Washington makes a tackle right there at the line of scrimmage. And so we're going to go under 3 minutes to go. 3rd and 5. Miami's going to throw it here. Tillman. Short cross. Greasy throws complete to Tillman for a first down at the 32-yard line. Houston with a tackle after a gain of 8. And it's 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. 2:50 to go. 14-12. Miami with the ball on their own 33. Short pass in the flat to Delvin Williams. Trying to catch the Redskins off guard. Oh, and there's a fight on the field.
Defense.
Oh, my goodness. There are punches being thrown.
15-yard penalty.
Dave Butts,
First down.
I'm not sure what it was, but Dave Butts was absolutely incensed, and he throws a punch. He throws a punch. He tried to punch Bob Greasy, for goodness sakes, in front of the referee, and he is gone. Dave Butts has been ejected and a 15-yard penalty. Let's see if we can pick this up on the replay. My goodness gracious. He went off and lost his head. Let's watch. Butts is at number 7, I believe. And, well, you're not going to see the punch. It's 1st and 10 for Miami from their own 48. I've never seen an ejection. Never seen an ejection in this game. There are lots of rare plays. We've seen quite a few of them when the chalkboard gets wonky. And I don't know what the hell I'm calling you'll get him, but I've never seen a player ejected. And you might as well punch Greasy out. So Bob Greasy, boy, he's got a glass jaw. It didn't break. Or a steel jaw. Glass would break. So 1st and 10, 2:21, 3 timeouts left for the Redskins, but Miami smells blood. My goodness. So 2:21, Delvin Williams, sweep left. And the 48 gets to the sidelines, and Washington, Coy Bacon just shoves him down. After a loss of 4, 2nd and 14. And again, Ralphie boy. So Ralphie boy, what team are you a fan of that's a rival of the Miami Dolphins? I always wanted to punch Greasy myself. 2nd and 14. Tillman. Short hitch on 2nd down. Greasy to throw it. He looks. He's got Tillman open at midfield. And Tillman drags Kenny Houston for a 9-yard gain. So Washington will not call timeout. 3rd and 5 for the Dolphins from the Washington 47. 2-minute warning. And so Miami needs a play that will get them 5. Short flat to Delvin Williams. Oh, but I was a Redskin fan. So there, Ralphie boy, there's so many fans of the AFC East in here, and of course Miami just had everyone's number at home. That there are a lot of people who don't like the Miami Dolphins, and that was funny. The Redskins have done so well in games I've featured here, and they might get one more chance. Short pass in the flat to Delvin Williams. The Redskins only need a field goal to win. Big play. Greasy has time. He throws it down to Williams. Williams down the sideline. 1st down, 40, 35, 30, 25. What a play. 23 yards on 3rd and 5. Jake Scott makes the tackle. And Delvin Williams gets the play. But remember, as Washington calls their first timeout with 1:51 to go, as Danny White can tell you, stranger things have happened with the Washington Redskins. So now Miami can run the football. Snap right to Delvin Williams from the 24. He gets it to the 22. Brooks with a stop after a gain of 2. Timeout Washington, 1:46. 1 timeout, 2nd down and 8. Leroy Harris will try and sweep to the far side from the 22. And he's going to get a first down. I believe that's going to be it for Miami. He needed 8 and got it. And Washington will not take a timeout. So maybe, just maybe, Miami has beaten the Kraken. And if this holds, I'll show it to you because we haven't played the rest of it. But that's great news for Miami for their wild card chances and will win the division and home field for the Dallas Cowboys. They slow it down. Williams on a dive. They just want that clock to run. And he gets it to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 3. McDowell with the tackle. Washington has stopped the clock. It was Plunkett in 70. That's right, because Johnny Rodgers won it in 71. So Jim Plunkett for the Stanford Indians, as a matter of fact, won the Heisman Trophy in 1970 and not little Joey Teasman. So 2nd and 7. Washington now needs a miracle of all miracles. Harris on a dive, 50 seconds left. And McClinton makes the tackle, 3rd down with 46 seconds left. And that should do it. Washington cannot stop it. Greasy will run a bootleg. Just don't fumble it. Greasy runs around. He finds the seam. He gets inside the 10, and that's it. So the final score is going to be Miami 14, Washington 12. Miami wins the game. Their scant playoff hopes remain alive. Washington moves to 9-5. And hold on, after we get through, they both had terrible games. Theismann 13 for 33 for 203 and a rating of 35. Greasy 10 of 16 with a rating of 54.2. Delvin Williams, that 60-yard touchdown run was the difference. Thanks, Ralphie. I appreciate it. Hold on one second. We'll get to the wild card race. So that's the stats. Now, I haven't played the rest of the week yet. I usually do before I start. Playoff picture. Washington is obviously going to be a wild card. There's no doubt about that. They're probably going to host the wild card game. But with that win, well, no. Dallas has to win to clinch everything. Dallas can still technically lose 5 games. Miami is now technically 3rd in the wild card race. New England hasn't clinched anything yet. So Dallas and New England tomorrow night at 7:30. Winner wins their division, the bye week, and if Dallas wins, they get home field all the way through. So there you go. But there's so many. Miami needs a lot of help. They got to win out. Who does Miami have left to play? Does it have it here? Oh, goodness. They have Oakland, and then they have New England on the Monday night game to end the year. So there you have it. The final score, Miami 14, Washington 12. I'll talk to you tonight. A special Retro Sports Network State of the Channel address at 8 o'clock. Please join me then because I need to have some of your input on things. Hit that like and subscribe. Until then, I'll talk to you later.